Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Farhan bin Kamal and my metric number is 211257. So today our group will present about a topic which is Milah Abraham. Okay. For the introduction of this topic, Milah Abraham, also commonly known as Ghafatar, and the person who created Milah Abraham named Ahmad Mushaddiq. It was published on 2007 and originated from Indonesia. It has a membership of over 50,000 people. Ahmad Mushaddiq said that he was receiving communications and receiving communication from God, and that he was the Muhammad's care. And for the objective for our topic of Milah Abraham is first to explain the deviant teaching and the deviant ideology of Milah Abraham. And the second one is to understand the characteristic and the content of Milah Abraham teaching. So that's all for the.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Cikgu Muhammad Haikal and my metric number is 211064. So today I will presenting about the main characteristics of this deviant sense of name Milah Abraham. So for the first main characteristics is living out 5 prayers and Friday prayers. These teachings of Milah Abraham is denying the obligation of 5 daily prayers and Friday prayer, which we all know that prayer is a vital ritual in Muslims' daily life. So automatically, living prayer absolutely affect Muslims' life because one of the most important role of this prayer is to restrain man, the good man, from wrongdoing, any wrongdoing. So basically, living out the prayer means living out one of the pillars of Islam. So the followers of these deviant teachings of Milah Abraham, they do not perform the Fardhu prayer, which obligatory on all Muslims. They say and they believe that the prayer or the prayer refers to Silah, which is the relationship with the teachings of Milah Abraham. Another meaning is to earnestly uphold the deen through Milah Abraham, and not the meaning of the prayers performed by all of us, by all Muslims. So that's for the first main characteristic deviant teachers called Milah Abraham. And we'll proceed to the next main characteristic that will be presenting by Brother Razi Iqbal. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ghazi Iqbal bin Khaliluddin. My metric number 211370, section 41C. So after the characteristic of living out 5 prayers and Friday prayers, come the other characteristic, which is by claiming other prophets after Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So in this teaching, Milah Abraham promotes other prophets after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So as we know, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last in Islam, and we must declare that there is no other prophets after him. So there's so the Milah Abraham is quite actually contradicts from Al-Quran and Islam, and it is I think a divine teaching. So the second point also says that as there is no other prophet as the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the ultimate prophet. So it is actually true, and there is no other prophet other than Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the ultimate prophet. In Islam, we must believe that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last, and we must do not believe that there is no other prophet after him. The third point also says that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was the seal of all prophets, and there is no other prophet after him. In Al-Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also says that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is the last prophet of humankind, and in Qiyamah he is the one who will lead us during the hari kiamat and the day of kiamat. So I think that's all I have to say. I will pass it to brother Fahmi Nazri.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ghazi Iqbal. I will continue the next characteristic of Milah Abraham. So the next characteristic of Milah Abraham is he misconstrued the meaning of Judgment Day. It refers to word Qiyam, which is risen up right, and is not interpreted as the day of judgment is day of destruction, because the day of judgment is known only by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The word Qiyam in this verse refers to the need to uphold the religion after the era of one ummah is over. Then there will be a new apostle who will establish the deen for the ummah time. They believe the system alternates until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decide to end this world. So from the above characteristic, it can relate to this Milah Abraham can relate to religious liberalism. The three main characteristics from the above shows that Milah Abraham movement was more forward to religious liberalism because in terms of Aqidah, by claiming other prophets after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, clearly doubting the authenticity of the Quran. Next, in terms of Sharia, by the most misconstrue the meaning of Judgment Day, absolutely questioning the methods of exegesis in Quran and Hadith, which is they came up with their own interpretation of the Judgment Day.
So, as a conclusion for our topic today, which is Milah Abraham, we can conclude that everyone has their right for their freedom about their thought, concerns, and religion, which is we as a human as our own right to choose our religion, because in religion we can choose where we want to obey, where we want to we want to obey the religion. So no one, no one, so we can see at number 2, no one shall be subject to coercion, which is no one can be forced to choose their own religion. So everyone has their own right to choose their own religion. So such as in Islam, we are not allowed to force others to we are not allowed to force others to be a Muslim. So we need to motivate them and give them the truth about Islam so they can convert to Islam by themselves, not being forced. So that's the difference between Mila Abraham and Islam. So I think that's all from us for this topic, which is Mila Abraham. Thank you so much for watching and have a good